More than 2,500 years ago, in the ancient kingdom of Kapilavastu, power did not only shape empires, it shaped minds. This is not a story about miracles. It is not a religious tale. It is a human story about ambition, envy, and how the mind can quietly turn against itself. Long before a great sage would be born, a silent conflict was already unfolding inside the human heart. Mongala was not born cruel. She was intelligent. She was beautiful. And once, she had stood very close to the throne. So close that she believed power might one day belong to her. But life chose differently. The man who could have been her husband became king, and chose another woman as queen. Mongala married into the royal family, but not into its center. What she lost was not status alone. She lost a future she had already imagined. And imagined futures, when taken away, can leave behind a dangerous hunger. Mongala had a son, and in him, she saw a second chance. If her child could stand near the throne, then perhaps she still could too. She began to dream carefully. What if the queen never had a child? What if the king needed an heir? What if her son could be brought into the royal household? These thoughts did not arrive as evil intentions. They arrived as logic. And that is how dangerous thoughts often begin. Then the news arrived. The queen was pregnant. In that moment, everything Mongala had quietly built in her mind began to collapse. If a royal son was born, there would be no space left for her child. Fear awakened. And fear, when mixed with ambition, does not remain passive. It searches for solutions. Mongala did not wake up one morning deciding to become a villain. Her thoughts shifted slowly from hope to comparison, from comparison to resentment, and from resentment to calculation. What if the problem disappeared? What if fate could be guided? Her mind did not scream warnings. It whispered justifications. Gold was offered, not as cruelty, but as persuasion. A servant was tempted. A poison was sought. The plan was simple, quiet, invisible. No witnesses. No immediate punishment. But something far more important had already been lost. Before poison touched any bowl, it had already touched the mind. At this moment, the queen spoke words that history would quietly remember. Even the air can be poisoned by envy. This was not poetry. It was diagnosis. Because envy does not need violence. It does not need weapons. It contaminates perception. It distorts reality. And the one most affected by it is always the one who carries it. Modern psychology confirms what ancient wisdom already understood. Envy narrows attention. It reduces empathy. It increases moral blindness. When ambition goes unchecked, the mind begins to justify actions it once would have rejected. The face tightens. The thoughts darken. And slowly, the inner world collapses. Not because of fate, but because emotion was left unexamined. Today, envy no longer lives in palaces. It lives in comparisons, in careers, in silent resentment toward others' success. It hides behind ambition, behind the desire to prove something. And just like before, it rarely looks dangerous at first. The tragedy here is not the plot. It is not even the poison. The real tragedy is that Mangala became trapped inside her own desire. She believed power would save her from pain. Instead, it multiplied it. Unchecked ambition does not bring power. It destroys the mind. Ancient wisdom teaches something simple. The mind, when ruled by envy, becomes its own enemy. Ambition itself is not evil, but ambition without awareness always demands a price. And that price is paid inwardly, long before it is paid outwardly. Here is the lesson this story leaves us with. Unchecked ambition never creates power. It creates inner collapse. Ask yourself this: is my ambition pushing me forward, or quietly turning me against myself? The moment you pause, observe, and question your desire, you regain control. But the moment you justify it, it begins to control you. Master your ambition, or it will quietly master you. Because the greatest battles are not fought in the world. They are fought inside the mind.